You guys, we have got to talk about Kim Kardashian because it has been quite a week for her. Not only is she having to relive her Paris robbery, but there's also murmurs that Kanye West wants to sue her. It's a whole thing. Of course, it's over the kids. A lot of people are on Kim's side when it comes to Kanye calling Kim out for her parenting because they don't feel like Kanye is exactly the best fit. It's a whole situation, and we are going to get into everything being said. So let's start with the Paris robbery trial because this is wild. Recently, Kim Kardashian returned to Paris and testified against the guys known as the grandpa robbers. Yeah, that's literally what the French press have called them, who tied her up and stole over $10 million worth of jewelry from her. But what really had people shook wasn't just the harrowing details of her testimony, it was her outfits. She has been dripping in diamonds during the trial, which has had some people like, girl, weren't you literally robbed for this? Though I'm taking this as more of an FU to the robbers by rubbing it in their faces that she has what they want even after they tried to take things from her. I mean, she literally thought these men were going to take her life that day, so she might as well make them feel as little as possible, especially when they have tried to gloat about the robbery. I mean, one of them literally wrote a book about the heist. So I feel like it's fair game that Kim shows up to the courthouse with a bunch of jewels to be like, what, you guys tried to take me down, and here I am with even more jewels. Now, the person that wrote the book that was about the heist titled I Kidnapped Kim Kardashian, and he did press at the time of its release and said that he genuinely didn't know who he was robbing and how famous she was until the next day when it was all over the news. He claimed that he did have regrets for what he did. Now, in this trial, Kim has taken the stand and the press has been covering what Kim has had to say. I mean, this whole situation is crazy. I mean, the fact that this is happening all these years later and we're hearing from Kim talk about the situation all over again. I mean, I remember when this first happened and people didn't even believe that this was something that really did happen to Kim. They felt like this was like some Kardashian stunt, but it really was something that really did unfortunately happen to Kim. And during the testimony, NPR wrote about what she had to say. They wrote, during the testimony in the packed courtroom, Kardashian also answered several questions from the judge about why her security were not present at the time. Her usual team had been sent to accompany her sister Kourtney to the club while Kim stayed in. She told the court she did not have a bodyguard with her because up until the robbery, she and her family had not believed that they needed that level of security. She said she had previously always felt safe to go out on the streets of Paris on her own, and they had been comfortable with their security team staying at a different hotel. Everything changed after Paris, she said, noting that she employs up to 6 people to guard her house at night now, and that she started to get a phobia of going out because she thought people would see me out and know my home was empty. I can't even sleep at night if I know there's not multiple security guards, she said, noting her concern about copycat attacks and that her Los Angeles house was robbed even before the family returned from the Paris trip. And in case you were wondering how this trial ended, 8 men were found guilty, but most of them won't serve more time in prison because of their age, health, and time already served. Now, I think it's a pretty big deal that Kim is showing off in court because for a while there, she didn't want to wear expensive jewelry after the robbery. She was too afraid of being a target again, and so it's kind of like she's taking her power back, honestly. But when she posted photos from the trial and her going to the courthouse, I mean, she did a full-on photo shoot. She wanted to make sure that these guys were going to see these photos of her, that she was owning the situation, taking this power back. But not everyone felt that this was a power move. Some people commented, why was this turned into a photo shoot? Girl, ain't you going to court? Now is not the time for a fashion show. This is ridiculous way to show up to court. My critique is that this should have been her Met Gala look. Honestly, I think she should have worn this to the gala. And I did see some other people in the comments that agreed. But while this drama has been unfolding in Paris, there was also another story that has been blowing up surrounding Kim Kardashian this month, and that was this crazy rumor that Kanye was planning to sue Kim over their custody agreement. Now, let's break down where this is coming from because honestly, it's messy. So a supposed cease and desist letter started circulating allegedly from Kanye's legal team, but the whole thing is pretty fishy. So TMZ posted this cease and desist letter, and it is from JB Law Firm. This is written May 8th, top of the month, and it says cease and desist unauthorized use of minor children and custody violations on behalf of Kim Kardashian. Kardashian. Dear Miss Wasser, we represent Mr. Kanye West and Miss Bianca Censori in family law matters concerning the welfare and custody of Mr. West's minor children, Northwest, St. West, Chicago West, and Som West. This letter constitutes a formal demand to cease and desist from actions that violate Mr. West's parental rights, exploit his children, and breach the joint custody agreement established in your client's divorce settlement finalized November 29, 2022. Alleged violations. The following actions are in violation of Mr. West's rights and must cease immediately. Number 1, unauthorized exposure of Northwest. On or about May 5th, 2025, your client brought Northwest to the Met Gala in New York City, exposing her to significant media attention. Reports indicate that North was left unattended in a vehicle during portions of the event, posing risks to her safety. Additionally, your client has published or authorized the publication of North's images and videos on social media platforms, including TikTok, despite Mr. West's explicit objection to his children's presence on such platforms. Number 2, denial of custodial access. Despite the joint legal and physical custody arrangement, Mr. West has been denied meaningful access to his children. Notably, he has had no contact with his son St. West in 2025, and his interactions with North, Chicago, and Som have been unreasonably restricted. This violates the custody agreement's provisions for equal parental access in decision-making. 3, exploitation without consent. Your client's use of Northwest in public events and online content appears to exploit her likeness for personal or commercial gain without Mr. West's approval. This disregards his joint custodial rights and his stated opposition to his children's public exposure. So tons of people were reporting that Kanye was trying to sue Kim and he was upset about the way that she's handling their children, but TMZ reported Kanye West's threatening letter to Kim Kardashian accusing her of exploiting their kids is just a stunt designed to piss off Kim, one with zero legal bite, TMZ has learned. Here's the deal. On Friday, Ye's purported lawyer Kathy Johnson supposedly sent Kim's attorney Laura Wasser a cease and desist letter concerning the welfare and custody of Mr. West's minor children, North, St. Chicago, and Som. But we spotted a bunch of red flags pointing to this being a phony correspondence, including the claim Johnson works for a JB law firm in Palma, Spain. We found no record of such firm in that town. There is one in the Canary Islands, but a website link for that firm doesn't work, nor does the phone number. Even if Ye had actually retained Miss Johnson as his attorney, it would be an odd choice unless she's authorized to practice law in California, where we would have to wage the child custody battle with Kim. So the whole thing seems to just be something that is fake and that is going around online. E! News even confirmed that the letter was a hoax and that Kanye's team said it was quite obviously fraudulent. But that didn't stop the internet from running with this story, speculating that Kanye was preparing for a massive custody battle. And I mean, here's the truth. While no official lawsuit has been filed, Kim and Kanye have been at odds over co-parenting their 4 kids. The reason why someone would have as much information as they do to make a fake document like this that seems somewhat like, some people could believe it is because Kanye has made it very obvious that he isn't the happiest with Kim, and he takes to social media to vent about how they are co-parenting. Earlier this year, Kanye released a song featuring North's voice without Kim's consent. Kim did not want North involved in this song, and it was just a huge violation of their prior agreement. And I mean, the whole situation made Kanye look so much worse than he already did because Diddy was on the song, and at a time like this with everything being learned about the kind of person Diddy is, why on earth would you want your child to be on anything associated with him? But Kanye has been showing support to Diddy, so clearly he doesn't see the issue, but it's exactly why people have been so quick to support Kim in the cases where Kanye is getting online and trying to start up some sort of parenting drama with her, because even if people aren't a fan of Kim or the Kardashians, they can see after all that's happened that Kim does seem to have more of a level head when parenting their 4 kids, and fear for what kind of decisions Kanye would make if he were to gain more time with their kids or control over decisions for them like school. I mean, we all remember when Kanye tried to make his own school, the Donda Academy, and he wanted North to go so badly. He was like really pushing for his kids to go because it obviously doesn't look good if you start a school and your kids are going to a different school. But Donda Academy was just not real at all. I mean, they had classes like parkour. The kids were eating sushi every day, and people were just not loving what they were hearing about what was going on at Donda. And clearly, if Kim was not wanting to send her own kids there, that should have been a big sign to other people that they shouldn't send their kids there. This all just led people to believe that, it's best if Kim is the one making final decisions when it
it comes to the kids' education and well-being. And though there might not be current legal drama between them, it clearly wouldn't shock people just given how Kanye is, but the court of public opinion certainly rules in Kim's favor these days. Maybe not when it comes to her outfits to court, everyone might not agree, but with the kids, they do. So that's what's been said about Kim Kardashian as of recent. I certainly want to know what you guys think about everything that's been said about her robbery trial and this rumor of Kanye trying to sue her. Let me know what you guys think. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.